Hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. We're at a undisclosed location again, but we're in between a gap, which is a gap between two mountains. And there's a creek. Hurricane Ida just went through about a week ago, and this place was flooded. Now this is a very new spot for me. I've been looking at it on Google Earth. There's a lot of mountains that can kind of converge right in this area that this creek runs through on its way down to the Susquehanna River. Now the Susquehanna River is quite a ways away yet. But I stopped out today just to check the creek. The water's low enough that I can get out to this inside turn here, or this inside bend. Looks like a lot of heavies dropped out. I can just see it through the woods here. So I'm gonna grab my bucket and I'm gonna keep going, and I'll get down there here in a couple seconds, and then we'll get to panning. I'll show you what we're looking at then. All right, let's go. All right, we reached the main creek. Looks like there's another small creek that comes into it, but this main creek, oh, I think there's a really cool blue jay. This creek runs out and around, goes under a bridge a little further up the road. But this is some pretty fast water on the outside over there. Now, it looks like they've made a retention, like they've added rock to this, because it's eroded over time as it makes this bend. So that out there is the faster current. So we got negative pressure. Once it hits right, I don't know if I can point to it, right over in this area, we start getting a little bit of negative pressure, flows around, and then it's all negative pressure right through here, this whole thing. And that's why behind me is all these large rocks. They just dropped out. I've got conglomerate rock here, quartz, little milky quartz, some rose quartz, just all kinds of good signs. Well, we're gonna check it out. But there's a couple boulders, like this one right here, small boulder, but when the water rushed around it, I created a negative pressure right in front of it. So I think I'm gonna start just by doing some test pans here, move some of these larger rocks away, get our clarifier out and clarify that down. We've got a good place here to do a little bit of panning. Not enough current right here to set up the sluice, but I think right up there I can. So maybe I'll set the sluice up there. We'll run buckets here and then run some of the smaller stuff through the sluice, and then we'll pan that out, see what we got. Man, I'm excited about this spot. You know, it is right next to a major highway, so it's going to be a little noisy as the tractor trailers and stuff go by. But you know what? We're in a nice place. We got water, we got rocks, I saw moss coming in, we walked through pines. So you know what? We're on a creek. It's going to be a good day. All right, so let me get set up. It's getting late in the afternoon. Well, actually getting close to evening, but perfect time. All right. Okay, just real quick, I wanted to show you what I got. Now I brought it all in my backpack again, with the exception of the bucket I carried, and I did have my shovel and my rock hammer in the bucket, only because, well, I was carrying a bucket. so I've got my clarifier, I've got my larger gold pan, the sluice, and small gold pan, my shovel, which can turn into a pick too, but I've got the rock hammer, so I usually use that as my pick. And then a little crevicing tool, pry bar, just so we can move some things around if we need to. But as far as rocks, so this is a large conglomerate, well, a big conglomerate rock, but this is a smaller one that you can see that's in here. There's some red stone, a lot of quartz, a lot of quartz. I did, just looking around real quick, find a small piece of china that's rolled around in the creek for a long time because it's smooth, and then obviously a really cool piece of driftwood. So, all right, there's a lot of stones, a lot of small gravel, but we're gonna see what kind of rocks as we're digging them out. But you can see there's a ton of rocks, ton of heavies that dropped out. And then along the bank over here, there's sand, a lot of sand through this area mixed in with the rocks, and then a lot of heavy rocks. You know, that area is going to be profitable to pan as well, because we're just doing some test pans. I thought I would grab this area right here under this rock, all that dirt that's there, that larger rock. There's another large rock, there's a bigger rock up there. We might check that out too, another one. But all right, I'm going to get busy. Okay, this is just the first pan clarified. So these are all the large rocks. That's what we're getting rid of. But as you can see, I even threw this in there because the little roots might catch some fine gold. But we got some larger rocks here. Just getting rid of them. But you can see all the quartz. All the quartz that's in here. That's great. That's good signs. There's some rusty quartz. All right. Not too many tools that will replace the hand, so sometimes it's good just to get your hand in there, dig down in, feel around the rocks, scrape some stuff out with your fingers, and then scoop it up. Where a shovel or some other type won't get in there. There are suction things you can use, but right now I find the best thing is my hand, getting down there, feeling around, am I down to the bottom, what's loose down there, and then digging up and scooping it into your hand and then just putting it in the clarifier. We got a full bucket here of clarified material, so I'm going to set the sluice up and let's run this. Well, I got the sluice all set up, so I'm going to grab the material and we'll start running some. Nope, nothing. Yeah, a little bit of shinies in there, but that's not gold. I'm not even seeing any flower gold in this pan. Not like we did the other day. Definitely would have seen some if it was. You know, we could be digging in the wrong spot. So that's what prospecting is. So you go out, you look, you prospect. We still got a half a bucket to run, which would be the, you know, anything in the bucket that I was clarifying, shaking the bucket around, could be on the bottom. So we're gonna keep going. All right, it's getting late. So the sun goes down in about a half an hour, so I'm gonna get really panning fast. That's the last of the buckets, or bucket. It's taking me a while to do this bucket. So what I'm doing is I'm just going ahead and clarifying it down again before I run it through the sluice. That way it just gets rid of a lot of these bigger pieces. And then I might just pan it down, not even run it through the sluice. We'll see. Because so far I've done 2 pans, and maybe a piece of flower gold, too small. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this bucket up. I did put a lot of water in the bucket and ran my hand around in the inside of the bucket just to, if anything was heavy, it would go to the bottom. So that is this batch here. So let's get panning. Well, not a thing. So not even, no. So far this creek, this spot, like I said, I just dug out behind one rock. So I'm not gonna say there's no gold in here, but we didn't find any. So I'm gonna get packed up. It's getting dark, and it looks like my battery's almost dead. So I gotta plug into my extra charger here for the walkout. All right, I'm gonna get packed up, and hey, at least we were out on the creek, right? Should have brought my fishing pole. All right, let's get packed up. All right, we're all packed up. So we didn't hit any gold, but we had fun. I had fun. I don't know if you had fun watching me pan and do the sluice, but hey, at least by the end of this video, maybe you'll know how to sluice and pan. But you know, get outside. Remember, it's just one adventure at a time. I'm gonna head out. Did find me a piece of green glass that's been smoothened by the water and over time. So that piece of driftwood, a lot of quartz in here, a lot of rosy quartz and all kinds of quartz. So if you're a rock hounder, this is a good spot to come. Yeah, a lot of different rocks. All right, well, I'm out here. All right, take care. We're at a creek that I wanted to check out to see if there's, we can do a little bit of panning. Nah. Hello. Hey, hey, oh, light. Oh, light. Sun right in my eyes. Okay. Take 25.